The number of reported measles cases in the U.S. has reached a 33-year high, marking a new milestone in an ongoing outbreak of the highly contagious vaccine-preventable disease that was once thought to be eliminated in the country.
미국의 홍역 확진자 수가 33년 만에 최고치를 보이며 최근에 확산세에 새로운 기록을 추가했습니다. 홍역은 전염성이 높지만 백신으로 예방할 수 있으며 미국에서는 이미 근절된 질병으로 지금껏 간주해온 상황입니다.
Yep.
So in America, they thought they got rid of the measles.
Yeah. We say eliminated or eradicated, maybe.
Right.
They thought it was gone, but it's coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking at 1,300 confirmed cases, I believe.
Yes, about 1,300. I think they said 1,277 confirmed infections reported so far. That's just for this year. And this is according to Johns Hopkins University. They say the outbreak has spread to 38 states and Washington, D.C. Texas has been the hardest hit state, reporting over 700 cases. May or may not have to do with the population as well. Most infections, 92% actually, are among unvaccinated individuals, of course, or those with unknown vaccination status. So health officials say the virus is spreading rapidly in communities with low vaccination rates. And they say that the surge comes amid growing anti-vaccine sentiment, although vaccination rates are now starting to rise in response because you could catch the measles yourself.
And not to go into too much detail because it can get political, but there are certain states in America where they don't like to get vaccinated for political reasons.
Yes.
And I think Texas is
Probably one
of them.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at measles, that's 홍역, and then marking a new milestone.
Yeah, so measles, it's marking these figures are marking a new milestone. So when you say something marks a new milestone, it means that you are recognizing or celebrating an important event or stage in the development or progress of something. And this often is used when you are trying to signify a significant achievement or turning point. In this case, it's been used very negatively.
Indeed.
So it's not an achievement, but maybe a turning point, something, it's like a warning. We want to warn people that it's hit a new high.
Yeah. Marking a new milestone. 새로운 이정표를 세우다. 뭔가 새로운 것을 인생에서 이제 달성하게 됐을 때 우리가 이런 표현을 쓸 수 있습니다. So when a toddler starts to walk, for example, or when a baby starts to talk, these are all milestones.
Yep.
And normally milestones are good things. However, in today's story, the measles cases number is so high, that's a milestone, but it's not a good milestone, is it?
It's not.
It's a negative one. All right, what about once thought to be something?
Right. So we said that it was once thought to be eliminated in the country. That means it was thought to be gone. So when we use something was once thought to be something, it means that at some point in the past, there was a belief or perception that something was a certain way, but that belief is no longer held. So it indicates a change in understanding or a correction of a previous misconception.
Something that was once thought to be something. 이거는 우리말로 하자면은 한때는 이렇게 여겨졌다. So measles was once thought to be eliminated in the US. However, in 2025, right now, we're seeing already more than 1,200 cases in the country.
Yep.
Well, here's the headline one more time. The number of reported measles cases in the US has reached a 33-year high, marking a new milestone in an ongoing outbreak of the highly contagious, vaccine-preventable disease that was once thought to be eliminated in the country. Here's our next headline.
Archaeologists have announced the discovery of a 3,500-year-old city in Peru named Penico, believed to have served as a key trading hub connecting early Pacific coastal communities with those in the Andes Mountains and Amazon Basin.
페루에서 발견된 3,500년 전의 고대 도시 페니코'가 공개됐습니다. 이 도시는 당시 태평양 연안 지역과 안데스 산맥 고산지대 및 아마존 분지 일대 주민들이 모이는 교역소 역할을 했을 것으로 추정됩니다. Wow, a
Wow.
new historic discovery.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
So they say that the site is located about 200 kilometers north of Lima, which is the capital of Peru, and it's about 600 meters above sea level. And they say that it's thought to have been founded between 1800 and 1500 BC, around the same time that early civilizations were flourishing in the Middle East and Asia. So researchers say the discovery sheds light on what became of America's oldest civilization, the Corral. And 8 years of research at the site has unearthed 18 structures, including ceremonial temples and residential complexes. So Penico is situated very close to this oldest civilization of America, the Corral, and it's recognized as the oldest known civilization in the Americas. It was established 5,000 years ago, around 3000 BC in the Supe Valley of Peru.
Yeah, well, now that we have drones, it's easier to go around vast empty areas and have a look at what's down below. And
Yeah.
I'm seeing the images right now, and it's quite vast. It's amazing. You know, you can actually see the circular structure that you just mentioned there.
Yes.
It looks pretty intact.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness.
I'm wondering what took so long
Yeah, well,
for
maybe
this huge civilization, but
to be discovered.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they unearth and what kind of discoveries that they make there.
Yeah. Now, I know you're a big history buff.
Yes.
When I was younger, I have to admit, I wasn't that interested in history when I was, in my teens, for
Yeah,
example.
yeah.
Now, though, I am fascinated. I think it's so amazing because one day we're also going to be part of history.
Of course.
And, just to imagine 3,500 years ago, people were living in this town, I guess, city, and then people didn't know about it for thousands of years.
Yeah, centuries.
And now here we are.
Yeah, and
Amazing.
we talk about the Aztec or the Inca civilizations a lot, but it seems that they had a flourishing civilization there.
Yeah. Wow. All right. What's a trading hub, Karen?
A trading hub. A hub is where, it's where people gather. We talk about trading hubs a lot because it's that geographical location, or it could be a platform as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of the central point for a lot of people, traders, to come in and buy and sell their goods or services. And it's also a place where a lot of transactions occur. So it attracts many buyers and sellers.
Yeah. We talk about certain areas of the world being financial hubs. Here we're talking about a hub for trade. 중심지, HUB, hub. And then trading hub, 무역의 중심지. Now, what about coastal communities?
Coastal communities. So these are human settlements that are located near the ocean or near the coastlines.
Yeah.
And their economies and cultures are often closely linked to the sea. So they might be getting their food from the sea, and their work might have to do with things related to the ocean as well.
Coastal, 해안 지역의 community, 공동체. 그래서 해안 지역 공동체가 되겠습니다. Not to be confused with coaster, which is what you put your cups on.
Yeah.
But they look the same in the first few letters anyway. 자, coastal, C-O-A-S-T-A-L. Here's the headline again. Archaeologists have announced the discovery of a 3,500-year-old city in Peru named Penico, believed to have served as a key trading hub connecting early Pacific coastal communities with those in the Andes Mountains and Amazon basin. Let's move on to the final headline.
A doctor in Australia has recommended waiting at least an hour after waking to drink coffee as the body begins releasing natural stimulant hormones 30 to 60 minutes beforehand, and stacking caffeine on top may lead to jitteriness, anxiety, and over time, caffeine tolerance.
호주의 한 의사가 기상 후 최소 1시간 동안은 커피를 마시지 말 것을 권고했습니다. 이는 잠에서 깨기 30분에서 60분 전부터 몸속 천연 자극 호르몬이 분비되기 시작하기 때문에 여기에 카페인을 추가로 섭취할 경우 초조함과 불안, 나아가 장기적으로는 카페인 내성이 생길 수 있다는 설명입니다. Alright, well, tell us more.
Yeah, so this is according to Dr. Jack Turner, who is an Australian GP, and he explained that caffeine that's consumed too early can interfere with your body's natural energy hormone, or we also know it as the stress hormone,
Right.
cortisol.
If I can just interrupt you there, GP is general practitioner.
Yes, which is the first doctor that you go see before maybe if it's too serious, you can get recommended to a specialist.
That's right.
But anyway, so they say that cortisol levels naturally spike 30 to 60 minutes before we wake up, and that's to help us feel alert. So adding caffeine at that point can cause, as we mentioned, jitteriness, anxiety, and even reduce caffeine's long-term effectiveness. So instead, he recommends having coffee about 60 to 90 minutes after waking when cortisol begins to drop and fatigue signals like, adenosine start to build. And that's when caffeine can really do its job of boosting alertness. He also warns against consuming caffeine within 6 hours of bedtime, as it may disrupt sleep. So the key message they're saying is that there's a lot of different reports on coffee and caffeine, but they're saying caffeine or coffee isn't the enemy, but timing it right could be the real game changer.
Interesting. I get the, not drinking coffee before you sleep part. But my question is, how does your body know when it's going to wake up if you get up at different times of the day every day?
That's not good for you.
That's not good for you. That's true. So I feel like in that
You're
case...
confusing your body.
Your body won't know when to release those natural stimulants.
Yeah, in that case, I think you should not be drinking coffee at all.
Oh, that's true, actually. And just get a routine cycle going. All right. So what's a stimulant?
Okay, so stimulant, we mentioned that your body's natural energy hormone was a stimulant. It's cortisol. So it's a substance that raises levels of physiological or nervous activity in your body.
To stimulate, 자극을 주다. So a stimulant is a noun. It could be a noun, or in this case, what is it? 형용사로도 쓸 수 있고요. 명사로도 쓸 수 있는데, if it's a noun, then it's 자극, 자극물. And as an adjective, 형용사일 때는 자극하는이 되겠죠.
Yeah.
여기서는 이제 형용사로 쓰고 있습니다. stimulant hormones니까.
Yes.
그러니까 자극하는 호르몬, 이렇게 볼 수 있겠죠. 그런 게 몸속에 자연적으로 나오는데 일종의 자연적인 각성제 같은 거예요.
Yeah.
네, 그래서 그런 게 나오니까 굳이
You don't need it.
커피까지 마시면은 너무 이제 sort of like caffeine overdose
Yes.
이 느낌이 될 수 있어서 you can get jittery. What does jitteriness mean?
Jittery. So it's that state of being nervous, restless, or easily startled, and it's often accompanied by, I guess, physical signs like trembling or maybe fidgeting. So we say that, I have the jitters. And you can also use words like jumpiness, nervousness, or restiveness as well.
안절부절 못하는 거를 being jittery or jitteriness라고 하는데요. 이 카페인 너무 많이 들어가면 그렇게 되겠죠. 아무래도 뭐 손이 떨릴 수도 있고 아니면 그냥 조금 불안해가지고 안절부절 못하고 가만히 있지 못하는 상태가 될 수 있습니다. So you may experience jitteriness, anxiety, and over time, 장기적으로 봤을 때는 caffeine tolerance. tolerance가 바로 내성이죠.
Yes.
네, 그런 것도 생길 수가 있어서 according to this one doctor in Australia, he says, don't drink coffee until at least an hour has passed after waking up.
Yeah.
So, okay, interesting. Did you have any coffee this morning, Karen?
No, not yet.
Okay, I did. But it's been well over many hours since I got up, so I think it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's the headline again. A doctor in Australia has recommended waiting at least an hour after waking to drink coffee, as the body begins releasing natural stimulant hormones 30 to 60 minutes beforehand, and stacking caffeine on top may lead to jitteriness, anxiety, and over time, caffeine tolerance. Well, that's it for the headlines with Karen Troy.